Hi everybody, I'm coming to you from my deck today, my front porch area, where I have a beautiful little meadowlark in the background singing to us. So just to encourage all of you to get outside too. I think it's so important as I'm reading through your responses, and especially with the self-care assessment, taking time to be outside, to go for a walk, to get away from your screen, to breathe the fresh air, to listen to the birds. I think it can be so healing, especially during this time of isolation. So stay connected to the natural world. I believe it's very healing, at least for me. So I hope you take time for that. As we close out our online book study, I just want to thank each and every one of you for continuing to share and participate and really take these practices to heart. I think we're realizing now more than ever it's so important for us to be mindful of our thoughts, our emotions, how we choose to respond or react in different situations. And as I was looking ahead at chapter 7, I saw Mindfulness in School Transformation as the heading of the chapter, or the title, but then, the subtitles, the challenges ahead, being pioneers, preparing our children for an uncertain future. It's just like how timely this book is. It just kind of blows my mind. But it goes on to say that our world is changing so rapidly that it's difficult to know what it'll be like even a decade from now. And a new type of thinking is essential if mankind is to survive and move forward towards higher levels. I think mindfulness is a huge piece of this, and just taking time for yourselves each day, whatever that looks like, to center yourself, to breathe. Even 30 seconds of conscious breathing shifts our physiological response to stress in the body. So it's powerful. Your breath goes everywhere you go, and just continuing to take time for yourself to do that, the pause, the mindful wait time, the body scan, whatever it is that you're going to take away from this book study and practice, when you continue to use those practices, that's where we see the real change, right? It's these small things that add up over time when done consistently in strategic places. Like I have a morning practice where I take the first 15 minutes of the day after I shower, brush my teeth, I do a little bit of yoga and breathing, and that consistency and that thing that I rely on and count on every day gives me the sense of inner steadiness that I need in times of stress. And I think we're all experiencing that in our lives with this upheaval of normalcy, right? Another piece of the chapter that I wanted to highlight was moving forward. So we may be so interested and bought into mindfulness, and we want to share it with our students, or you're maybe even thinking about next year and developing a program. Please use me as a resource. I have research, I have the numbers, I have the data. I lead workshops in schools and trainings, so if anybody's interested, please reach out. I know principals and administrators want hard numbers. Mindfulness sounds great, but what do we actually see when we practice? And I've collected some of that information over the years since I've been practicing and leading these trainings in schools. So my hope for each and every one of you is that in whatever way this book has served you, that you take those nuggets and share it with your students. So if it's mindful wait time, if it's the body scan, if it's a centering practice, whatever that is, it can be cultivated and developed even further in your classroom. So we know that if it benefits you, it's more than likely going to benefit your students as well. So with chapter 7, just look at that and maybe consider how you can move this forward next year. Everything is going to be online for the foreseeable future, but once you get back into the classroom with your students, what are you thinking? Maybe taking the first minute of the day, first couple of minutes, and weaving in a practice, or maybe during a transition time after gym or music, when you notice the energy is heightened in the classroom. But we can look at the different Kessel standards as well and incorporate mindfulness into those, whether it's self-awareness or self-management. My biggest pet peeve is when I would hear teachers say, calm down, to students. Well, what does that look like? What are we supposed to be doing? We can teach calm down. So this work is so exciting to me, and it's really where my heart is. So I hope you all have enjoyed it. You've inspired me, and it's been great to be on this journey with you. So with that, go ahead and read chapter 7, and then I'll post the question this weekend to cap it all off. So take care. I wish you all well, and please reach out if you have any future questions or comments. I'll include my email in the comment section of our book study. All right, take care, everybody. Thanks.